Hello everyone, welcome to my first video with completed pages for 2023. So those are January pages, and let's have a look. We've got how many? I think 15 pages to look at, so kind of average, I would say. Okay, I'll shift them a little bit to the side, and let's start with the smallest one. So I did another little teeny tiny page in the Arctic Mermaid, Amanda Kastner. This is definitely the smallest book I have. It's tiny. And I just did this little page. It was very kind of quick coloring. So yeah, so that's my little mermaid. And I've got a few dragons in January, and that's one of them. This is in Zodiac Art Therapy series from Hachette. This is by Michel Soliek. So I did this Chinese dragon. Let me see if he's a bit shiny dragon, but let me see if we can, I'm not sure if, oh yeah, we can see a little bit. So it's a little bit of glitter gel pen in there. And yeah, I quite like it. I really like the illustration, so I wanted to color that little dragon. I got a little bit of shade, kind of shadowing on the other side, but that's fine. It doesn't really, not a lot. Yeah, really like it. I've done, I think, 3 dragons, and that was for the hashtag from Jamie's Coloring Love, which is enchanting with let me check so I don't make a mistake. I think it's Enchanting Year of Color. Yes, Enchanting Year of Color. So January was dragons, and I've got three dragons. That's one of them. I've got few hashtags that I want to kind of contribute throughout the year. I won't be able to do all of the ones that I have because I just don't have that amount of time, but the few of them I'm committed to, and one of the ones that I committed to this year is Jamie's Enchanting Year of Color. So I will try to do at least one for each month. And then I've done another one in here that was kind of also for a prompt, which was to find the clock. Where are you? Oh, here. And I did this one. Again, it's just like markers and gel pens and a little bit of pencil in the clock's frame, if you like. But yeah, quite a quick page as well. So I've done one more in this book, which is great. So I've got now, how many is in here? 25. So I've got 22 to go to finish this little book. Quite a bit. And then that was like literally my personal challenge. So I bought this book by Angela Gonzalez. I think that's her newest book still, I think. Milagritos of Love. And they're just like heart designs. And I did this one. So it's this way. So I did this little heart. And I wanted to do it in that kind of, you know, Mexican folk art style, so bold colors and all of that, and that is a challenge for me. So I'm actually really glad I've got that book, because I tend to gravitate towards like muted colors or limited palettes. So this type of color palette was actually a proper challenge for me. So yeah, maybe that will take me out of my comfort zone, but it's a lovely book. I really like it. Really like this book. So yeah, I've done one in here in Angela Gonzalez's book, and I also have done one in this book, which is Crittersville. This is the publisher is Yuri Pixie, but the artists in these books from Yuri Pixie. Just bear in mind the artists are on the back of the first page, so it does say who the artist is. So it's art by Ice Yildirim, I think. I might have mispronounced, but I think that's correct. And I've done, oops, this one. That was actually my very first page of the year, this one, very first. That was a lot of snow to color. And again, I went for kind of limited palette with regards to the cat's clothing, and that was also for hashtag for Color Along, which is by Colorful Pirate. And I think, again, let me just make sure that I get it right. Animals doing people thing 2023. So that's a very fun hashtag, and I intend to do some more pictures throughout the year. So that's a year-long hashtag, and that's my first contribution to it. This book, basically the whole book qualifies, because the whole book is full of animals doing people thing. And it's really fun because there are all sorts of animals. I wanted a winter scene, so those are cats, but there are all sorts. There are chickens, dogs, rabbits, so bunnies, stags, sharks somewhere, I think. Mice, of course. Penguins. Oh, that's a nice one. Maybe I'll do that one in Feb, because that's also kind of wintry and very, very cute. So yeah, I like this one. Lovely book. Yeah, so I've done the little cats. And I've done quite a bit of, well, a few portraits this month as well. I like doing portraits too. So I've done one in Zodiac Witches by Deborah Miller, and I did this one, which is, I think she's a Capricorn. So yeah, the paper is slightly buckled because I used the watercolor on as a background. So obviously this is Amazon paper, so it messed up with the paper a little bit, but it doesn't bother me really. So yeah, I've done this little Capricorn. And I've done another Capricorn in this book by M's Drawings, or Emilia Jamak. And I also done a Capricorn. And it's this one, and I'm really, really happy with how she turned out. I really love how she turned out. Love her to bits, and love the book as well. I mean the portraits, the other, because there are 3 pages per sign. One is kind of this style, which is nice, but and then another one with a symbol and flowers, which is also nice. But the portraits are what did it for me in that book. I think they absolutely beautiful. So yeah, Capricorn definitely will color more in this book. It's gorgeous. And yeah, so the zodiac signs, not this one's, because it starts with Aquarius. So my next coloring will go towards the hashtag, another hashtag that I committed to for a year, which is, let me check, Zodiac Color Along 2023, and that's a hashtag by Coloring with Kate. So that's another one that I committed to. I also colored my first picture in Enchanted Winter, also by Deborah Miller, and I did another portrait, which was this one. Really happy with how she turned out. Love it to bits. I mean, the background is slightly splotchy because it's a marker, and it was a quite bigger surface, so it has a couple of splotches, but it doesn't really, again, it doesn't bother me. It has a bit of a glitter on the, I don't know if it's showing. Is it showing or it's not showing? On the branches. Branches have glitter on them, but I'm not sure if you can see that. I cannot really see that in that little viewfinder, but yeah, really love how she turned out. So yeah, colored in this one finally. I've done one each in the 50 Winter and Time Mandalas and 50 Winter Miniatures by Kamila Hanchukova. In Mandalas, I did a snowflake, which is this one, and I really loved coloring this snowflake. I think it's the only one, but there is another snowflake which I might do in this one. I found there is just a snowflake. Probably won't be able to find it now, but it's there. It's definitely there. So I might do this one in February if I don't forget. Oh yeah, here it is, another snowflake. Because I really enjoyed coloring this snowflake. I might for next year though, not this year, maybe, because there is 50 snowflakes to color, I think is the title of the book, which just kind of snowflake mandalas. I might get that one for next winter because I really love to do this one. So yeah, I did this mandala, snowflake mandala, and in this one I did this little, I don't know who he is. I thought initially that was a mouse, but obviously not because of the tail. So is that I don't know. Who are you? Who are you? Are you I have no idea actually. But yeah, nevertheless, I had fun coloring him, and there is stickles in it and gel pens, so it's a bit shiny, and limited color palette, as you can see. So that's kind of my more comfort zone, rather than like bold colors. Again, hoping maybe do a couple more in this one in February. We're still in midst of winter, so it's absolutely fine. And now for more dragons. So I've done one more dragon in Dragon Dreams by R.J. Hampson, and I did a winter dragon, which is this one, and it's a purple dragon, dreaming of pink snow. That's kind of what I was going for. That's my second coloring and second dragon in this book, and it's another purple dragon. I really need to expand my, because I did this one like some months ago, and it's purple, and this one again purple. What is it with purple dragons? But yeah, somehow I wanted the dragon to be purple again. So we've got this one. So that's my second dragon. And my last dragon is from Dragon Compendium by Coloring Heaven, and it's somewhere here. Oh, this one, Dragon with Sweets, and again has some metallic watercolor on him, so shiny little dragon. Quite happy with the dragon, although kind of not what I had in my head when I started to color. It turned out slightly kind of different to what the intention was, but it's fine nevertheless. I colored in 3 Coloring Heaven magazines, which I'm really happy because I've got like tons of them, like literally tons of them, and I need to color in them more because I really like them. So I colored in 3 this time, which makes me happy. So my second Coloring Heaven magazine that I colored in was Fantasy Creatures, and I did this illustration by Selina Fenech, which is this Yeti. I think it's just so cute. I loved doing that. I really had so much fun with this picture, and I really love it. I love it. I think it's really cute. I give it a little teeny tiny little frame, and yeah, so that's my Yeti by Selina Fenech. I think I might stay with this magazine and color one more somewhere. And I also picked up, that's one of the back issues that I bought, which is Vikings, that's from the collection. And I colored Goddess Skadi. Again, I wanted her to be very kind of pale and wintry and with limited color palette. And again, I'm quite happy how that worked out. Yeah. So I used a little bit of watercolors on her jewellery, a little bit of gel pen, and I white out a little bit her hair just for it to be lighter, and I want it to be kind of greyish blue. So yeah, quite happy with how she turned out. It's a lovely book. Again, it's kind of makes sense for February, so maybe I'll stay with this book a little bit longer and do one more. Would be great. And my last one is for another hashtag and color along that I committed to for a year. Makes me so happy because I love mythographic books. It's got to be one of my favorite kind of series. Absolutely love the mythographic books. And I colored in Wild Winter. The hashtag is Mythographic of the Month, and it's by Ashley's Coloring Journey, I think. I'll put all the hashtags in the description box, just in case, if you want to participate as well. So this particular color along will be coloring in a chosen mythographic book, one per month. So mythographic book for January was Wild Winter, and I was trying to avoid the illustration that everybody kind of colored, and I chose this one, which is this lovely little cat and the fish-shaped kites and lanterns, and it's quite blingy, as you can tell. I mean, everything is in it. Inktense, graphitint on a cat, because there was no way on earth I would be coloring that amount of fur in pencils. There was just no way. So that's graphitint and just teeny bit of shading on top, and a lot of pencil work. So the fish, all of the fish are in pencil, just a kind of little bit of embellishment is in watercolor, metallic watercolors, and the snowflakes are watercolor and gel pen, the small one with gel pen, the bigger ones with watercolor. And I think the clothing on the top, I think, is in marker. Yeah, alcohol marker, but just there because I wanted it really kind of vivid red. And yeah, so what I did on the fish, the bigger ones, the kind of teal colored ones, I did, you know, the ornaments on the lanterns in watercolor, but I also then took some watercolor and just smudged it in random places, like on this one, for example, if you can see, or added like a little bit in random in here, and oh, I'm having trouble holding it. And on this fish here, like in places, or on this one, just a little bit, just to add a little bit of shine and kind of almost like a rust kind of thing. So yeah, it took forever. That page took forever. It took a long time, but I really had fun. So I'm happy with how it turned out. And here I'm looking forward to the next month. I started also coloring in the Mythographic Cosmic Spirit, which just came out, and I received it not long ago, but I haven't finished. So you will go to the February completed pages. So there may be 2 mythographic pages in February, maybe 3, because I'm behind with I'm trying to color the current ones that are coming out, and I'm purchasing them as they are coming out, being released, and color in all the new ones at least 1 page. So I'm behind because I haven't yet colored in Dreamweaver. I've got pages marked, a couple of pages that I want to do in this one, but I just didn't get to it this month. So I'm hoping maybe next month, maybe next month will be mythographic month, maybe, who knows. Right, so those are all of my completed pages. Kind of average, I would say, for me. I got a little bit better. My average used to be 10, now it's kind of 15. So I got maybe a tiny bit faster, which is great because I've got lots of books and want to color in all of them. All right, no more talking. I hope you liked the completed pages, and I will see you shortly. Bye.